What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 51 of the Pentagon Challenge. Not with Scov back in. Yes, I said it. I hinted at it last episode that I wasn't sure about the Scov back in job, how long I could kind of remain there. And in the end, actually, I didn't leave by choice, but I didn't get sacked either. I'll get onto that in a second, but I do want to just quickly cover the fixtures. As you can see, off the first 5 league games of the season, the first 4 league games of the season, we won 2 and lost 2, so we were in 5th. But I have left the club, and the reason for that being, as you can see here, is I got issued with an autotanium. Basically, there was a job at Åtvidabergs, which I was kind of interested in. It was in Sweden, in the Premier League in Sweden. It's going to be a challenge with them, but they have really good finances and they had lots of free money. And so I applied for their job. And then the media got a hold of my application, and the board at Scov and told me that my job was no longer it wasn't possible to keep it, and it just wasn't possible. So basically they told me tits or GTFO, and I said, well, I'll leave then. So I resigned, and as you can see here, stepped down, got offered my new subscription stuff, advanced today, and I got given an offer at Åtvidabergs. I'm going to need to work on the pronunciation of that name. It's one hell of a name. But anyway, today is a special episode, because last episode, which was episode 50, I didn't have anything to do. I didn't do a long episode, and I kind of felt bad. Episode 50, it should have been a landmark, and it wasn't. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a very kind of long special episode for you guys today. I'm going to be doing, basically, I think I'm going to do month by month live comms for the rest of the season here with Åtvidabergs. So it's currently August. So this episode will do the first 3 games, and then we will do September and October as follow-up episodes. All completely live for you, because I think that's a fair deal. 3 full live episodes in a row. The reason for those live episodes is because of how significant the coming games are going to be. So I'm just going to quickly do this. I'm really bad at multitasking. I've noticed that. I never am able to multitask, like in press conferences and stuff, whilst answering questions, because I'm too busy reading. And for some reason, I can't read and speak at the same time. My brain doesn't function that way. So Åtvidabergs is a Swedish team. They're a semi-professional club playing in the Premier Division. They play their home games at Kopparvallen, which is our stadium, which is a 7,800-seater stadium, so that's not that bad, really. I don't know how much we're going to fill of that. We play our home games there. Not had too much success as a club. Last competition win came in 2011. You can see here they won the 4th tier in 2001. So in the last 20 years they've made their way to the Premier League. They've kind of done the hard bit, but the problem they've got is, if you look at the league form here, you can see it. Their league form, they're 16th with 1 win off 19 games, and it's a 30-game season. So I believe my expectations are to avoid relegation. So I need to get 8 points from somewhere in my remaining 11 games. And that's just assuming other teams don't get points. So it's going to be a bit of a great escape. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Beijing IT here. Oh, I need to do something. Stop processing. I need to get an assistant manager in as soon as possible. So yeah, basically we're really going to take things from A to Z here. Oh god, I just said A to Z instead of A. Is it Z? See, I always get confused, because I know people kind of, I don't know, people are kind of anti A to Z and all that jazz. Do you know what I mean? Like, English people, if you're in England and you pronounce something the American way, such as, I can't think of an example now, such as A to Z, or is it Z? I can't remember. I'll get onto it in a second. But basically, I don't know, people get really annoyed in England, and I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but if you kind of pronounce something the way it's not meant to be pronounced, and you pronounce it like the American way, everyone will stare at you in the room and make you feel like you've just murdered a cat or something. I'm looking currently for an assistant manager, and this guy's the only person to come up. Stefan Landberg. What are your stats? He's got pretty good assistant manager stats. So you can see here my assistant manager stats. I'm looking for judging player ability and potential. The reason for that being is when it comes to assistant reports and stuff, it's more kind of accurate, the star rating. Motivation's quite good for if you want to ask him about team talks. Tactical knowledge is useful for asking him about kind of pre-match instructions and that kind of stuff. Determination is just a useful one all round. Management is also useful. So yeah, that's why we're going to go for this guy. Hopefully, he is interested. Good stuff. Look at him. He's a right hunk of a man. He looks well Swedish. Like, do you know what I mean? He's got the beard. He's got everything. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm literally just looking for some staff members, to be honest. I think that actually I should probably check my staff, but I know I don't have an assistant because the reports didn't come up. Staff. Okay, we've got a coach, a physio and a chief scout. Yeah, you're okay, I suppose. You'll do for now. That physio's really bad. I'm going to get a new physio. Contract. Terminate contract. Oh wait, I need to do mutual termination, and he should. Yeah, okay, he'll agree to it. So I'm just going to quickly look for a physiotherapist and some scouts. Actually, that is the first thing to do at any club. Before you do anything, guys, go and look for staff. And I know actually at the start of the Pentagon challenge, I didn't do that at Justice. It's one of these kind of things. It's a weird one, to be honest. Like, I've learnt so much from doing YouTube. Like, I look back on my first videos and actually cry at the fact, like, I'm doing stuff completely wrong. Like, it makes me want to weep a little. So, I'm currently looking for a scout, and I haven't got an assistant to filter out the unrealistic ones, so it's not exactly easy. I want you to be a scout. Chief scout. You know you want the job. I'm not going to be able to get this guy, I don't think, unless it's a miracle. He really wants to be assistant manager, apparently. What about director of... Oh, we've got a director of football. There goes that plan. Bop it down one more. Preferred jobs. Where is a scout? Oh, he's at Malmo. They're like the biggest team in Sweden. Oh, he's interested. Good stuff. See, I'm getting this staff sorted right now. And I just need a physiotherapist now. So physiotherapy, 15. There's a few here at teams in our league. Let me knock it up a little bit more and see if there's any real standout ones. You, sir, I want you. Oh, you want to be a fitness coach? We're not allowed a fitness coach. I'll offer you the job of head physio. How does that sound? Oh, no, I can't give you that job, dude. I'm sorry. I really wish I could make you a fitness coach. Oh, okay. Yeah, you walk away, bitch. Okay, let's try you, Hendrik Jonasson. Is it Johnson? I don't know, you see. I don't know how pronunciations differ in Sweden and stuff. £100 a week. No, you're not getting the job. I don't need a fitness coach. I don't need one. There we go. Okay, so we've got our staff just about sorted. I'm not going to sort out I'm not going to bother with the rest of my staff just because I think we're going to need the money and I don't really want to spend loads. How good's the coach? He's okay, you see. I think he'll do the job for now. How many coaches am I allowed? That's probably a good thing to check. I need to. Is your contract gone? I can't remember whose contracts I've cancelled and whose I haven't. Oh, yeah, it's you. Yeah, go away. Okay, so that's the staff sorted, I think, for now. I will just quickly check if the coach is available. So today I am really just doing a live com for you guys. Our other coach is kind of balanced. I'm just going to quickly see if I can find a standard kind of coach. And then from there, what I'm going to do is... Oh, you're a player. Go away. I don't want a player. I want a coach. You, sir. See, this guy's a good little coach. How many coaches are we allowed? Oh, wow. You want a lot of money, apparently. Oh, actually, no. You're just not interested. I see how it is. Just blow me off. Just say no. That sounded really wrong. I'm sorry, guys. You're not interested. No one's interested. How bad is this team I am? I know that we've come up through the ranks, but seriously now, come on, someone's going to be interested. You, sir. Oh god, this is going to be hard. This is going to be a grind. I think it's going to be tough to stay up. I've not even gotten to the squad yet. Good god, this is going to be interesting. You, sir, I want you as coach. I don't need a director of football. I need a coach, and that's even if I can have a coach. Can I not select coach from the list of jobs? Apparently not. Well, that's not usually a great sign, if we're honest. Okay, I give up looking for a coach. There aren't any. So let's move on. Oh, actually, I'm going to wait for the assistant manager to sign, because then I can look at his reports and it'll help find everyone. So we're getting in our own staff, which is a good little start. I found myself a nice little physio, a nice little scout. I think he's going to do the job for us. And then we've got an assistant manager on the in as well. So some good stuff happening, a little bit of progress. We've got AIK, who are third in the league in 6 days. So I'm going to really need to get some tactics nailed down. The transfer window in Sweden is open till the end of August. So this episode, although it's only half a month compared to the other ones, the chances are it's going to be a very long episode because of the fact that I've got to sign a lot of players in that time. So, yeah, I mean, interesting stuff here. I've never actually managed in Sweden, much like Denmark. I know a few of you guys are from Denmark, and I apologise for the fact I've left Skovbacken, but the money was a big problem there. I'm going to hold a team meeting as well in a second after I've attended this meeting. I'm pleased I've been in. I don't even know what I'm saying. The league is my priority. We could do with some new faces. I'm not going to talk about my transfer policy. I want to keep that big player. This is a big step up for you. I'm confident in my ability to manage. This is a fantastic opportunity. I'm looking forward to the future. Okay, so there we go. I told you I couldn't talk whilst doing these interviews. I kind of just have to say what I'm answering for you, because I just can't continue a meaningful conversation. But no, I mean, this is going to be a challenge. I don't know if I have any Swedish subscribers. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up going to every country that I have a subscriber from in the end. Oh, I need to hold a team meeting. Let's do that. Okay. I'm going to introduce myself just because none of the other options appear to be ones which are going to kind of greatly benefit the squad in terms of morale, because they're all like, you've had a blip, when in reality we're bottom of the league with 1 win and 9 draws. Actually, how long ago was that win? Okay, we got a win in the Swedish Cup, so we're still in the Cup. And then there's a lot of oh god, we haven't won since the first game of the season, and then we've lost a lot in a row. We've got a lot of draws actually. We were like unbeaten in 8 or 7, but we drew all of them. So I need this assistant to come in. That's not the assistant. That's the new physio, who's a decent physio at that. 18 physiotherapy and Landberg. There we go. That is the man I'm looking for. The man of the moment. He looks so knowledgeable in his picture. He looks like a wise man. Hopefully he's going to be good. He has really good stats, actually. I'm kind of surprised I was able to get him in on £400 a week. He'll be amazed, actually, when it comes to searching for staff. You can get some pretty half-decent staff if you look hard enough. But no, this is going to be a challenge for us because, I don't know, I really don't know what to expect from this team. We are bottom of the league. I'm expected to keep the team up. If that doesn't happen, I'm hoping I'd be able to retain my position. Obviously, I've got like 2 weeks to really bring in my squad. Not even that now, about just under 2 weeks. So that's going to be a tough one. Okay, so we've got Landberg in now. I mean, look, he's got really decent stats, actually. I'm very happy. He has physiotherapy for some reason, but what really stands out there is his determination and his motivating tactical knowledge, and then his judging stuff, which is good to see. And he actually has good working with youngsters as well, so that's good. So, looking at the ratings, we have some quite highly rated players, and the thing that jumps out to me immediately as I look at this squad is the lack of squad depth. That looks like it's going to be a problem for us. I need to look at the league stats as well. We've scored 21 goals and conceded 36. So defensively, that appears to be the problem. We have the most goals conceded in the league. We've actually scored more than a few teams around us. The problem is we're just conceding so many. Yeah, okay, so I really need to just work out what's wrong with the club, to be honest. Let's have a look at our stats this season. 25 goals from 204 attempts. So that's like what do you call it, a 12.5% accuracy. Our best accuracy player is Victor Pradell, so you are going to be our guy who's going to get us the goals from the looks of it. He's not too bad of a player, actually. Maybe we'll be okay here. I've just realised I'm in the 1080p layout, guys. One sec, I'm going to switch back for you. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I didn't realise I was in the wrong resolution. So I trialled that before and people didn't like it. So I fixed it now for you. Still looking at these stats, obviously. General play, our passing percentage isn't looking too great. Our best passer is Thomas Peterson, who's a centre-back. But I'm guessing he's playing centre-mid. I don't know, it's going to be an interesting one this, I am going to really have to look through this squad and study it, but it'll give you guys a good idea of kind of what I'm doing. In terms of stats, these are slightly concerning. We've only made 11 mistakes though, so that's not actually that bad. We've never kept a clean sheet. I can see where the problem is. What about goals? We're conceding goals early on. We've never conceded a goal in added time. And we concede most goals in the first 15 minutes, and we score most at the end. Conceding goals. From the left-hand side and the right-hand side, it looks like we're getting hit on the wing. So I'm guessing the previous manager was playing narrow. Can I check that if I go on the fixtures? See, I'm really studying this. I'm going to try my absolute heart out at this team to keep us up. So I can see how the team set up. There isn't, unfortunately. Well, that's annoying, because I would have liked to have seen our shape. I think there might be another way I can do it, actually, from the club page around here. Goal types, we've conceded 25 play shots. We've conceded 7 overhead kicks. What? Oh, FM, you confused me. How do you concede more overhead kicks than headers? Oh, I wonder. Okay, so tactics that the team have tried. They've used a 4-1-2-2-1, a 4-4-1-1, and a 4-4-2, and none of these have worked. Goal conceded every 112 minutes, and one scored every 112 minutes. Goal scored every 72 minutes. Oh god, this is not looking good. It's gonna be an interesting one. I'm definitely going to need to mix up the side, and I've not even got onto that yet. The overall problem just seems to be lack of squad depth and defensive problems, so we'll have to see what we can do on that front, I suppose. The injuries are going to be a problem as well, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out a starting 11 with what I've got. Even players who are injured will be included in the selection, just to give me an idea of kind of, I guess, the situation at hand. So, just got the back four there. The back four doesn't actually look that bad, which I guess is something that I can attempt to gain some I don't even know, gain something from, in terms of maybe this isn't too bad. We seem to have some quite nice attacking players, which is good, although Prodell's out injured. How long are you out for? 2 to 4 weeks you're out for. You're our top goal scorer as well, so you coming back could be useful. And Jonasson as well is out, so that's not good. See, I'm wondering how best to shape up here, and it's kind of, I don't know. I'm not really sure at the moment. If I go onto the tactics page, I need to work out a shape that we're going to play. That's the next thing as well. Prodell, you can play centre mid, a centre attacking mid. That might be where I play you, actually. They play Mete and Moller up front. Neither of these guys look like they're going to be able to shoot, regrettably. We seem to have an okay kind of squad in terms of there's some players, but we just seem to have a lack of, I don't really know, a lack of some, we just kind of, I don't know. We just don't really seem to have a shape going for us. It just seems like there's just a random assortment of players that have been provided, if that makes sense. Thinking. I've got my full-on thinking mode here. I'm just fiddling with the shape and hoping something's going to pop out at me, and I'm thinking we might line up something like this. but I lack the centre mids. That's the other problem. If you look at the squad depth, like, I like to have 2 players for every position. I have 1 left back, 1 right back, 2 centre backs. That's the defensive problem. They're not playing centre backs there because they haven't got any. That'll be why they're conceding so many. Well, he'll do as a backup goalkeeper. I don't think we'll need a second goalkeeper, so I'm going to promote him. Is there anyone in the academy who's going to save me? You're out on loan, but you don't look too bad, and everyone else is pretty garbo. Pretty garbo. Okay, so I need to add to the defence. Seems to be the problem on the face of it. This guy doesn't fit in with the system that I'm thinking I might play. Although, is that too attacking considering the team situation? I could go with something like a 4-4-1-1, but it said that the team had tried that and it wasn't working. So, again, I'm not really sure. First world thinking problems here. It's a very methodical episode, this. Usually I just jump in at the deep end. This time I really am trying to think about everything, because I have 11 games basically to keep this team up, and I need to do this properly. I can't rush it, and because I'm doing this 100% live, you guys are going to get kind of the complete thinking analysis behind all my decisions. This guy's good. 19-year-old centre-back. Lionel Lagos. 19 determination. That is what I look for in a youngster. Very, very good player actually. Decent physicals as well. He could be a good star in the future. So at least there's something to take there. I have a lot of wage budget available and a bit of transfer budget as well, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring anyone in. That's the problem. You see, I can't really attract anyone. I suppose I'm gonna scout all of these players who are potential signings who have some value and just see if we get anything back on them, because there's not actually that many players who I can realistically sign apparently. Oh, there is actually. There's a few here. Weaknesses in the squad. That's the next thing. It's just the defensive depth and maybe a centre mid. I wouldn't mind getting in another striker as well. But again, we're suffering quite a lot from injuries. You're a centre attacking mid. What's your stats like? Can't see them. I'll scout you. Fastberg seems to be trying to sell all their players or something. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to do a big bulk scout report, I think. Oh god, there's quite a lot actually. I can't do that. Okay, what kind of players are you as well? That's the next question. I need to remove this and then insert column. General. Oh no, where is it? Coaching, is it? Preferred role I want. Where will that be? Best tactical duty. Oh god, that doesn't show up because, oh god, I don't know what column I'm meant to add here. Bear with me guys, the advantages of going 100% live are amazing. Oh, here we go. Best tactical duty, and then insert coaching, best tactical role. And then we'll just, hopefully if I push all these columns together, we will be able to fit them both on, hopefully. I hope, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? There we go. Okay, now if I insert it, please fit. Apparently it's there, but it's not there. That's brilliant. Okay, if I drag this, there we go. Okay, so now I have my players' preferred roles and duties here, so I can really look at what we have. See, I've got an anchorman. This guy is an anchorman centre mid who's rated quite highly. So I guess I'm really looking for more of a playmaker at centre mid in that weak position. The goalkeeper could be a problem position as well. That might be something I need to look at. Maybe even a left back. We've got an injury to our current left back, so that's definitely. Let's work on the left back first. I'm looking for. Oh god, what kind of player are you? You're quite a decent little right back. You are bit of a wing back, but I'm going to play you at full back because I'm not going to have many people committing to attacks. Okay, so we need a left back. So let's go hunt one of those down. Can play left back. I'm looking for someone who can actually defend. So I'm going to stick with my kind of philosophy of some decent physicals and the ability to tackle and mark, and we'll just see if anything comes available. Okay, so here are our choices, men. They're not looking too great, I'm going to be honest. Tom Larson. In fact, I'm just going to scout you all. I need a centre-back as well, so a little pacey centre-back wouldn't go amiss. Collage, you look okay. See, the thing about this is it really is about me bringing in bulk. Looking at my wage budget, I have £10,000 to bring in players in, a transfer budget of £250,000, which I probably won't even use because I've seen the players I can attract. No one's anywhere near that value, so I'm actually going to untick unrealistic transfers and then put based in Sweden on, and see if there's any free agents in Sweden who I might be able to pick up on frees, like this guy. You're not bad. In fact, we'll grab scout reports on all these guys who are available on frees or have a value of nothing and see if any of them are somehow like hidden beasts, because you never know. It's one of these things where it's just about persistency and really hunting. What about if I do that? Okay, I guess we'll just leave them scouting. Centre mid is the next position I need to sort out. Which I'm looking for a playmaker. Obviously, I have that fairly defensive guy. I mean, he's nothing special, but at the same time, he'll probably do the job for us. We need to get wins, basically. So it's the attack. I mean, I need to strengthen up the defence and add the depth, which I've already kind of outlined and talked a little bit about. But I also need to kind of just improve the overall quality of the squad, I suppose. So. Any centre mid here who catch my eye? Not really. Let me see if I do that. Still no one. Brilliant. See, this is why I usually cut this stuff out, or when I do live comms I don't do them live like this, but I don't know, maybe this has given you an insight into what goes on behind the scenes. It's like Disneyland, like you're going behind the scenes. I don't even know what that means. It's like you're going to Disneyland. Did I just compare my videos to Disneyland? I think I did. Looking for players based in Sweden. You're not bad, but you're very expensive. Very expensive indeed. He looks so Swedish. In a totally non-stereotypical way. He just looks really Swedish. I know it says these guys are unrealistic, but I might be able to maybe like rope one of them in because of kind of our league position and stuff. In fact, let's see what get my words out. Let's see what players our rivals have. They have a goalkeeper on loan from Cruzio. Seems legit. Any other players? He's okay. I might just scout like their top few players and just see if there's any decent players that appear. Looks like they've got a few players in on loan. Maybe I should be checking the loan market. Maybe that is what I should be doing instead. Knowing my luck, there won't actually be anyone available for loan, but we'll try. Why not? Apparently you're listed for loan, you guys. I don't know. I suppose we'll scout them and just see if any of them are any good. I've just realised I'm scouting so many players, like my scouts are going to take ages to get back with all these reports. How many scouts do I have? I have my one chief scout, who's my new one. I don't know if I think I might be able to get in one more scout. Let's check, because I might need the second one at the rate I'm going here, because I'm going to be hunting for a lot of players in a short period of time. The more scouts you have, the more reports you can get quickly. It all makes sense. You're not a bad person. Can I get you in? You want to be a reserves manager. How about a job as a scout for a pay cut? No, you're not interested. It was worth a try. Cheeky little bid on him there. What about that? Got rid of all the unrealistic ones. You're the guy I just clicked on, I swear. You're a good goalkeeping coach, but will you come as a scout? That is the question of the day. You really want to be a goalkeeping coach, but I'm not allowed to have one, I'm afraid. Gert Hansen. I'm sorry, I got your name wrong. It's not my fault. Okay, you want literally pennies, so I'd be amazed if you won't come as a scout for £110. I'll even give you a nice long contract. Nope. This is not negotiable. I want you as a scout, not a goalkeeping coach. I would offer you the job as goalkeeping coach if I wanted you as that. Stupid person. Right, walk away. You're just being a troll now. Just wasting my time. There's a scout here who might be able to be roped in. Here we go. Right. Pro tip, you can reduce his wages by a little bit. Then if you up the wage length, he might accept. Except I already had it on the maximum amount. He doesn't want to. He's just ignoring the tip. He does not care. He does not care about my tip. Okay, so I've got a big problem with squad depth. I think I'm going to be promoting youth players to fill a squad, which is why the team is struggling, it would seem. See, all these players are getting really bad ratings who are available, which is not good because I need to get in players quick. Any crazy players available? Let me put the athletic stats up and see if there's just any kind of really weird regens available. See, I've not even started thinking about how I'm going to play the team for the game at the weekend yet because I'm really having to take my time here, hunt down the players. This guy's not that bad. Oh god, yeah, he is. I didn't see his off the ball and composure. That's terrible. Oh dear. Why did I take this job? It's not that bad. Just I can't seem to get anyone in realistically who's going to be kind of good enough. You're not a bad little left winger. Transfer. Okay, his contract runs out really soon, but his contract ends at the end of the year. So if I offer them 5k, they might accept it because his contract's running out. I need a goalkeeper as well. I do need a keeper. I might have to take a gamble here and assume this guy's going to be better than my existing goalkeeper. Oh god, I can't see the comparison thing because I was really stupid when I did the skin change. Okay, Christian Gradias is the best player against that other guy. I think the other guy probably is better than him. I think I'm going to need a backup goalkeeper anyway, so I'm going to take a punt on this guy just because I haven't got time to hang around. We'll offer a 16k for him and see if we can pick him up. Robin Book. His name's Buck, but I just said it Book. I have no idea why. This is looking like it's going to be a fun little... Well, not a walk in the park. I don't know what the opposite of a walk in the park is. A bit of hell. Yeah. I really don't know what to tell you guys other than the fact that the grind is real and looking for players on FM takes a long time, but hopefully you may be gaining something. I am trying to kind of add little bits of insight where I can, but in reality what I'm really doing here is hunting for elusive players. Can you come? You're not interested. Well, that's a shame. You look like a half decent player. I need strength and depth. I might just try and grab him. You're not interested in joining my club. What about if I offer you a job as a first team player? I'm going to need a backup player anyway. That's the way I'm looking at it. £550 first team player. That's a well good deal. Oh wow, you accepted that immediately. Good God, I bet you're terrible now. I didn't really look at your stats properly. I just saw you had decent determination and decent physicals. I suppose he's the depth. He's the depth at the end of the day. Not necessarily a player I was out looking for, but I need anyone I can get literally at this moment in time. So yeah, there's that, I suppose. You're already joining a team. See, people are already joining teams as well because of the pre-contract thing, because I've missed all the Bosmans. But I need players in instantly. I don't need players who are like going to be in the future. What about transfer listed in Sweden? Any decent kind of hidden gems here? You, maybe? Maybe I can get him in. They want 40k for him. The thing is, he might just not be interested at all in even looking at a contract with me. Broken foot, you're out for 4 months. That's a shame. Could have done with a player like him. The grind is real, folks. I don't even know what that means. I just see it on Twitter all the time. Speaking of which, if you're not following me on Twitter, go do it. Oh my gosh, this guy looks crazy. he looks pretty cray-cray. He looks okay though. What's he done for them this season? 12 appearances, 7.13. He plays in the league below us, but he looks like he has some half-decent stats, and again, it's just a bit of depth to the side that I need. You're a centre mid as well. Your wages aren't that big, and I can offer quite big wages compared to that, so maybe you'll come. Some clubs interested in him as well, which is usually a good sign for a player. It usually means they've probably got something about them. Which I guess we can look at it that way and go, maybe there's something half decent here. I mean, there's a big gap in the kind of quality of the players I seem to be able to sign and the players I currently have. It just seems like my existing squad is like superior to all of these players, which I can't work out why I can't attract any players similar, if that makes sense. It's a little bit of a grind. What about if I just leave it like this and then finishing 13? Come on, I need a striker. You're from the Faroe Islands? Is that the Faroe Islands? It is the Faroe Islands. You're a Faroe Islands international. The hallmark of quality. Get a scout report on him anyway, why not? Even though the scout report's going to take ages, you see, this is the thing, I'm going to have to take gambles sooner or later and just go, screw it, I'm going to have to sign this guy. This guy plays in the reserves of this side that play in the division below us. What about if we look at the division below us as top players? Maybe that's what I need to do. Player stats. You're a top goal scorer in the division below us, and you're available to sign on a free, but you're not interested. So I feel as if the squad that I have, like, I don't know why I can't attract anyone. Just they're not interested. You're not that interested in joining us, but you would take an offer, and you've got some of the most appearances in the league, and you have decent stats, and your contract's running out soon. I'm going to offer your club 2.5k because I need this guy instantly. That's the thing. And because his contract's running out, I'm hoping they'll just sell him to me because they want to cash in on him. What place is Sirius in the league who I'm signing these guys from? What place are you? Oh gosh, you're in the relegation zone. That's not a good sign. At least, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some positives. At least these players who I'm looking to sign should consider a contract offer at least. I don't know how much I'm going to have to offer them, but at least there's kind of a chance of signing them. I'm kind of looking for the top players in each league, like in this league, and trying to eye up some potential talent. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put in that offer there, and then I'm going to just have to continue because otherwise I'm not actually going to get this month done for hours. But I need to strengthen the squad. I need to add some depth. That's the main problem I've got here, and it's not until I can fill out an entire squad that I can even consider kind of thinking about how I'm going to play the last few games. Just because it's a tough thing. Rinkfist's offer has been accepted for this guy. I didn't even offer that much for him, I didn't think. He's not even interested. He's not even interested in us. Hallin, the goalkeeper's now not interested in us. I can see where this is going. I'm going to end up without a squad. They've negotiated an offer. How about I counter negotiate at 85? I'm meeting you in the middle there. Well, that's a bummer because that's players who are considered kind of possible to sign. Not coming. You're not interested either. Damn, this is going to be really tough. I can tell. Well, I obviously I knew it was going to be tough, but like when I was in a similar situation at Beijing IT, at least players would actually listen to the offers I was going to give them. First team player, 3-year deal. How much are you currently on? You're currently on £300 a week. So if I offer you that and then 1k, there we go. Boom. Potential signing done. Molistam. He's in a team who are potentially going down in the league below us. Maybe I should look at these teams then in the league below us who could go down and see if they've got any players worth signing or worth taking a punt on, as it's kind of becoming because of the whole situation. Another decent centre back. He's a little bit old, but he could come in. He's back up to the first team. See, I don't want to buy players who are backups just in case they're not very good. But it's kind of this situation whereby I'm going to start just needing players. I need a backup goalkeeper. It's so stupid, the situation I'm in, where I don't necessarily want to sign these players, but I just need to start throwing money at them. I haven't got the scouts to go out and scout every potential player. I literally just need to go in and just see who I can actually grab, because I'm going to need to grab some players at least. They want 7k for him. I offered 5k. Well, we'll accept that then. His contract runs out. He's one of the players whose contract runs out. I'm approaching my first game. It's going to be my 325th game in management, and I have no idea how I'm going to set up yet. Isn't that good? Good plan, guys. So we've already had 5 days at the club, I think, or thereabouts. It's been a few days, so I'm not sure if I don't think I've even managed to bring anyone in yet, which is a little bit concerning because we're against the clock. It's going to be a busy transfer deadline day. Jim White is going to be loving it over at Sky Sports. Pirelli's offer was accepted. He isn't interested. This is annoying me now because I'm just going to be like throwing offers at random players by the end of it and just hoping that someone comes good for me. My scouts haven't got any players they really highly recommend, which is always a good sign. Oh dear, you're getting recommended to me, and you have 5 finishing, 4 composure, and 5 off the ball as a striker. Good God. We have that other scout coming. Well, that's good. Now that we have 2 scouts, 2-pronged attack, you're going to be signing plenty of players. Okay, they've accepted our offer. He wants to be a backup. I'm offering you a place as a rotation, my son. It's your chance to shine. He's taken that offer, which is good. He looks like he could be an okay little left winger for us. Again, it's about adding some real kind of depth to the side. I kind of want to play with 2 attacking mid, you see. And Moller can play right attacking mid, but this left mid guy can't play left mid. So that's the reasoning behind, I guess, that's the reasoning behind getting in that left winger guy. If he comes, that's the other thing. You know, there's other clubs interested in him. So yeah, we have our first game today, which is against AIK. I assume it's just said AIK, unless the Swedish say their letters differently, in which case I apologise if you're a fan of AIK. I can't even get my words out now. I just give up. I've got more pressing things. I can't be worrying about how to pronounce names. Scouts aren't throwing up anyone interesting to me. This right back's interested. I've signed a right back. I don't know how good he's going to be, but at the end of the day, I need some players. Oh God, he'll do as a backup, I suppose. I don't know what I signed him as. It really doesn't matter at this stage. I just need to get in some strength and depth. He's a full-back who can play right back. It's something. I've got to look at the positives. He can play at quite a lot of positions as well, and he can just about, very poorly, but just about play left back, and we have got an injury there, so that's kind of useful. I suppose I'm really clutching at straws here, trying to find some positives for this team and for this situation. I think we'll go with that. I've got today's game. I haven't even got the bench sorted yet. We're going to play a 4-4-2. This is against AIK. We only lost to them 2-0 before, but they're a big side in the league. They're 3rd in the league. They've lost 3 games all year. What happened to the scout report on them? We did get a scout report on them, right? And I've just missed it. I probably did, knowing me, just because I was too busy looking at other stuff. I'm looking for AIK scout report. I can't see it. There must have been one, and I've just missed it. Surely there is. Oh gosh, this could be bad. First Division Elite Swedish players. This is not looking good. Daniel Stanek has the highest pass completion rate with a passing ability of 12 and a creativity of 4. God, I was thinking, potential centre mid if he's got the highest passing completion. But no, that's not going to be the case. This guy could be okay. Oh, he's not even interested if I offer him a pre-contract, so there's no point in making a transfer bid on him. Okay, we have the AIK game today. Things are not looking good for us as we line up with a somewhat limited bench, I suppose you could say. Yeah, this isn't the situation I was hoping for, to be honest, but we will try and make it work, I suppose. You can sign these players, can't you, if they're half decent in your reserves, if they're greyed out. None of them are half decent, though. I might grab this guy just as a backup centre mid even. There you go. Okay, you've been given a name now. How kind is that? And he can play a lot of positions. He could be a useful signing at the rate we're going. At the rate we're going, that guy could be useful. Wait, that was not the right guy. It was this guy who I said could... Oh, I don't even know. He's not really that useful, but I'm clutching at straws, guys. I just want to cry. Why did I take this job? Can I recall him from his loan? I can't remember how to recall someone from their loan. Transfer. So I can pull him back. I don't think there is. I don't know. If there is, I can't find it. I just need to... we have so many goalkeepers in our squad. Right, you're getting promoted to the senior squad. We'll line up with 6 subs rather than 7. I still need to do the player roles and stuff as well. Let me remove this and remove that. Insert column coaching. Okay. So, thinking here. Well, you see, both our centre backs can play centre mid. Oh god. We have a ball playing one in Pettersson, so ball playing defender, and then a limited defender in you. We will be playing with 2 fullbacks set to defend, not anything else. I'm not even going to bother risking them playing them in any other role. Carlson can play anchorman. I'm going to play him just sat back a little bit. And then, I don't know. I really don't know how to line up here. That's the other problem. You're deep line forward advance. Well, that's good there. Left winger wants to be a winger. You want to be a winger too. We'll go with this. It's a pretty bold attacking strategy, but it might work for us. So the idea is that Zubi pushes up the wingers and a more attacking winger. Christensen is going to not kind of adventure up so much because he's set to support, but that's because Carlson's sat kind of in the centre. Hopefully he'll mop up any balls and then he can ping them up the field. We're going to play rigidly because I need these defenders to play defensively for the most part. We're going to play counter. I'm going to have to play counter a lot of these games, I think. Direct play, we'll sit fairly deep. I want to be kind of pretty narrow. Passing straight through the middle is going to have to be because I haven't got talented wingers to play on the wing. Counter-attack's already set. Tempo, very fast, I think, is going to be the way to go here. Really just trying to hit them on the break and hope we get lucky. I think that's everything. Marking, man marking. We'll roll with that. I really don't know what's going to happen today. 6 subs from a possible 7, that is fine. I literally have no idea how the previous manager got on here, but we will see how we get on today. It's not going to be easy, obviously. I've not been able to add any strength to the squad. We do have a number of injuries as well to contend with, but I'm just going to tell the passionate... Okay, they didn't even react to that. I'm not even going to bother telling everyone individually. So we play in red. I suppose that's one thing to look at. We'll see how we get on here. It's not going to be easy, and there's a highlight after 50 seconds. That is always a good omen, isn't it, guys? That is what I look for at the start of a game, to see a highlight. Defend this. He's hit the post. It's hit the keeper and gone in. Oh, my God. What a start to my time at Åtvidaberg. I don't know. Åtvidaberg. I don't even know. Someone give me a pronunciation for this name and break it down. Åtvidaberg. Yeah, there we go. Åtvidabergs. There we go. See, I've got it now. I'm such a pro. Rather than focus on the management here, I am just sat practicing pronouncing the team's name, who I'm now the manager of. They're pushing really high up and leaving some gaps behind. So I'm hoping that by having the wingers try and get into play, they can maybe create something in the gap, because they're pushing really high up the field to get the ball, and that's going to leave them susceptible to the counter if we play it right. Ball's in the box. Oh, good save by the keeper. That's the first key chance of the game, and it's come our way. It's not a bad start. It's a sign that maybe we can grab a goal. I mean, the club have drawn 7 of their last 8 league games, so clearly the team's doing something right. It's just the injuries which are problematic, which is really why I just need to get some players in. Just any players will do at this point. They've got quite a lot of wage budget to bring in some players. I'm going to be taking punts. Hopefully we don't go down. That's the other thing. Like, it's all very well me gambling, bringing in loads of players, but if we go down, I'm then going to need to offload them all. So at the same time as bringing in the players, I can't take stupid risks. Like, obviously the right back who I've brought in, he's now playing left back. He's not a bad player because he can play centre back and left back, like, just about. And we've got a chance here, Moller. That's our second key chance of the game that we've not taken on the clear-cut chances stats board. But maybe we can get an attack here, or maybe this is just a pointless end to the highlight. This is FM after all. Of course it's FM. Things aren't looking too bad, if I'm honest. At the end of the first half, it's 1-0 against the team who are third in the league and have only lost 3. I'm just going to tell them they've been unlucky. You've been unlucky so far. Look at them. They're all reacting amazingly. They love it. I don't know. I would, obviously, I'm kind of expecting to lose a game like this. It's important that we beat the teams around us. That's kind of stating the obvious, I suppose. We've got about 2.5 months at the club to really turn things around, but we are going to need to change things, and we need to defend this here. I'm looking forward to getting our striker back. I don't know names yet, but basically our top goal scorer is injured. He's back in like 2 to 3, I think it's 2 to 3 or 2 to 4 weeks, so it'll be nice once we get him back, because they're looking at it, we're not being very clinical in front of goal, which is a little bit concerning. And AIK grabbing a goal there. Looking at the stats, they are the better side, but we've had 2 shots on target and 2 clear-cut chances, and we've not taken either of them, which is a problem for us. The other tough thing is I'm kind of identifying the problems at the back, but also saying we're not being clinical. Ultimately, the team is just not good enough. That's the problem. I mean, we've scored a number of goals, but you can score goals. It doesn't make a difference if you're not getting any points on the board. I mean, 1 win in 19. I think, realistically, I'm going to be needing 5 wins from the last 10. This is the 11th to last game of the season. I'm going to need some big results. As I've already said, I'm going to live combat everything, and they've got another chance here. Let's just defend this. Let's not concede again. The last thing I need is to lose by more than 2 goals, because it'll just hammer the team's confidence and we just won't play well at all. Just hold on for these 2 minutes. A 2-0 defeat, I would have probably taken that. We did lose to them 2-0 earlier on in the season before I was here. But at the same time, there is something to build on. A 2-0 defeat against the team who are third away. The tactics haven't worked too badly either, to be honest. Obviously, we didn't take our 2 clear chances, but we created them. And although we didn't have many chances, we did actually hit them on the counter, which is kind of the game plan. We were unlucky. See, everyone reacts happily when you say you're unlucky. They were the better side. They're now in second in the league, so it gives you an idea of how good they are. We're bottom with 20 games played, so 3 teams go down as well. So it's going to be tough to kind of catch up. Kind of just have to take things as they come. Without a win to 19, that is the problem, guys. No wins in 19. That's like crap. To put it brutally, it's just not good enough, is it? Just wonder if there's anyone like in the under 21s team who I might be able to snap up. He's like a really random team. You're in the First Division North. You see, this guy's not that bad. What's he done in his league? He's not scored. Brilliant. I don't want to break the bank. That's the first world problems of this all. This guy looks okay. No approach to sign. You're not interested. Brilliant. What about you? Everyone's contract's running out in Sweden, but they're not interested in talking to me. What a problem that is. Just no one in Sweden wants to sign new deals with anyone. Just going to end up with hundreds of free agents in Sweden. Okay, this guy is recommended to me as an okay signing. I'm going to get him just because I need some depth. I need some strength in depth. See, what I think's happened is, because we've gone up through a number of leagues, like the reputation of the club really hasn't enhanced. I'm guessing this is probably the first season in Sweden as well. Obviously, because my history's broken on this FM save, I can't tell you that, but that would be my guess. And so the reputation of the club hasn't gone up, and so I can't attract good players. But this guy looks okay. He can play at any position at the back, which is key for me, considering our situation. He's got half-decent physicals. He's got a little bit about him, 12 marking, 10 tackling, 13 heading. He'll offer something, I feel. He comes in as the fourth best kind of centre-back, which isn't too bad in the grand scheme of things, because a lot of the problem is just coping with the injuries that we've had. Yeah, okay, so realistic transfers. Anyone here who stands out? See, I've not scouted all these players as well. That's the thing, I can't afford to scout them all. I'm just going to continue a few more days here, I think. We've got Sundsvall in our next game. I'm not sure where they're in the league. They're 11th, so potentially a winnable game. These are the kind of games where we don't want to be conceding goals. He's on £425 a week. I'm going to offer him 550 with a loyalty bonus of 950. Damn, you want a lot. Do I want to take a risk on a player like this? He looks okay, that's the thing. What's he done this year? He's kept one clean sheet. Well, that's brilliant, isn't it? See, he plays in the First Division Elite, and he does play for the worst team in the league. But it's a case of, do I take a risk on this guy? It's a very big risk. I'm gonna work my magic with him. £750. He wants a big clean sheet bonus. I might give him a big clean sheet bonus. The club's finances are really good, so if I give him a big clean sheet bonus, it gives him an incentive to keep the ball out the back of the net. I'm also going to offer him a wage after international appearances, because I don't think he'll ever play for Sweden. If I offered that, it might make him more inclined to seal the deal. How about that, my son? See? A few little tips that I did there that I didn't really cover. The clean sheet bonus, obviously, a bit of a no-brainer. If you're in the lower divisions and a player's asking for a 1 or 2 year deal, if you offer them a 3 or 4 year deal, or even a 5 if you can usually get a few hundred off the wage budget as well. So that's exactly what I did. So he's looking like he's accepted that contract, which is good to see. You've just signed a new deal with us. Well, that's good. Oh yeah, you're the reserve player who I just wanted to add for a bit of depth. You will do, my son. I just need players at this point. It's just a case of trying to get in everyone we can. I'm really hoping we have enough to weather the storm and kind of get through the league. A few not too bad signings though, so I suppose that's one good thing. There's a few players now finally coming to the team. Obviously not exactly the players I was looking for, but they'll do, won't they? I'm going to try and find a striker in Sweden, but I don't think we're going to have much luck here. This guy's not that bad, if I could maybe grab him. You don't want a lot either. I'm going to take a punt on you. You'll be a rotation option. Oh, end of contract, of course. I need to offer him a transfer. 1.5k for him. That's a fair deal. Whoever that is who owns him. Skovde, what a name. You're not a bad player either. You're on 1.1k a week though, so it's unlikely that you'll want to come. What league are you in? You're in the league below us. What place is your team? That's the next question. They're kind of low down. I might be able to get this guy in. He doesn't look too bad. Yeah, okay, I might be able to get this guy in. He's only on £300 a week as well. How long's he injured for? 5 to 7 weeks. Why did I not look at that before? Oh, this is such, first world problems. So much first world problems involved here. You're the injured guy again. I should have noticed the injured thing next to his name, but I just totally ignored it. What league are you in? You're in the Premier Division with us. You're top of the league. Damn, he's top of the league. Just realised that these are like the top players in the country that I'm now looking at, which could explain why they're not interested in coming. It doesn't seem like the quality in Sweden's that high. The problem I've got is there's just not enough quality to go around all the clubs, including ours. He doesn't look too bad. Again, another player who I'm kind of inclined to just take a punt on. He's only on £140 a week. If I offer 2.5k for him, they might accept that. Fredriksson, centre attacking mid. You're really bad. You're really bad. I don't want you. Get out of my face. Thinking. Oh god, my brain hurts. All this thinking. I'm not used to doing it. This is like beyond stupid now. The level of thinking involved here. 17-year-old with apparently good stats. What have I got ticked up here? Oh, that would explain it. I'm looking for a really pacey player, but I want them to have the finishing stat, but there's no way of me telling them they only need to have the finishing other than doing this. Hellingsborg. Where are Hellingsborg in the league? They're in the Premier Division. Where are they in the Premier Division? They're up there in the league in 10th. I say up there. I suppose anywhere's up there in the league compared to us. Kalmar. Where are Kalmar? Premier Division again. You see so many players who I really can't even have a chance at signing. Am I aiming too high? See, when I look at the squad, okay, I see like this guy with 11 finishing, 10 composure, and 12 off the ball, and there's no one else comparable to him in like the entire like league. Like if I could get these players fit, I feel like we'd be so much higher in the league. I've not even begun to look at players who have relegation release clauses yet. I'm a little bit scared to do so, but I'm going to do it now. If I can remove these now. Insert column. Where's contract? Contract. Where's relegation release fee? Oh, okay, thank God. Okay, no one's on a relegation release fee. The next thing to check is when is their contracts running out, because I don't want players' contracts running out, like the key players especially. Contract expiry date, okay. 30th of 11th, 2021, that's next year. Okay, your contract runs out. I need to keep you at the club. You want a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay, I'll do the thing where you bump it up and then knock this down. Please accept. There we go. See? Saved a little bit of money there. He's a really key player. And if he signs that longer a contract, I know he's old, but he should come good for us, I hope. Another old player, but someone who I need to keep at the club. He only wants 1 year on that much money. I'll go with it. Screw it. I need to get these really key players to stay. Especially if we go down, they're going to be like really important players to keep hold of. So getting them tied down to contracts now is really key. You want 18,000 for this guy. He's not worth 18,000, but I have quite a lot of money available. How about 14? That seems like a fair deal to me. Unbeatable Braga set a new record. That's not... Is that Brag or Brag? I don't know. I don't know how you'd pronounce it as a Swedish name. I'm now thinking, because I've seen the squad and I realise that some of the players in my team are pretty decent, I'm just wondering if it's worth playing slightly more attackingly and trying to use the players' abilities. This guy seems pretty decent though. Like, he's nothing crazy, don't get me wrong, but at least he offers something. What do you want? You want to be I'm not going to have you as a key player. First team player. How about £400 and a loyalty fee of 1k? Boom, it's done. Okay, I'm going to go to Skovbacken quickly, because I'm just wondering if we can get a few players from Skovbacken. If I just type in Skov, it'll come up, won't it? There we go, Skovbacken. Okay, view squad. Top valued players. Nassar's still valued really highly. I might get in dead. I can't pronounce his name. I still can't pronounce his name. 3.5k for him. See, they're struggling financially, so I might be able to get these guys in. That's kind of my thinking behind it all. Banis isn't a bad player either. He was quite good for me during the short time. Yeah, you see, I'm really thinking about like the players who did work for me. Like Fons was a really good player when he came, and I could do with someone who's a backup. Okay, 3k for you, Fons. And this is going to be the great escape if I pull it off. But some of the deals and stuff I'm having to do really aren't that easy. How about a 3-year deal as a backup? See, great deal. So this guy doesn't look that bad. Like, I'll probably see the rest of his stats and he'll be terrible, but he should offer a little bit of coverage, which is what I need at this point. It's just the squad depth that's the problem. I've said that so many times, but it really is just the kind of the clincher, I suppose. This centre-back's not too bad. Might take a little punt on him. He's got the pace, you see. Some of these players, I just looked at the physicals and then hit scout on them. What's our squad depth looking like now with the current transfers? Not too bad. You know, it's slowly filling out. Obviously, from here downwards, these guys here are just kind of youth players who I've just had to promote, or reserve players I've just had to promote in order to make up the numbers. So ideally, I'd like to kind of remove any half-star and below players. But we are at home against Sundsvall, so maybe I need to think about that. Fons has accepted the contract offer. You're not interested. How low a reputation is the Swedish league compared to Denmark? That's what I'm wondering. You want to be a first team player. What about if I say you're how old is he? He's 30. 400, like that. Boom. Boom. See, just knocking a little bit off all these wages is going to help. Arrange a friendly. You want a friendly with me? I'm sure you do. I think a lot of players are hesitant to sign because of our league position, and because of the way the Swedish season finishes ending in November. We're realistically only 2 months away from going down, and so it kind of puts players off. At least we've got this guy coming in, Åtvidabergs. He looks like he could be a half decent player for us, so that's something I guess to be happy with. A lot of teams around us are signing the players that I was eyeing up. I'm kind of curious how good Blaze is going to be, because he looks like he's got pretty decent stats, but obviously a lot are masked. But it's just taking a punt at this point. So I have at least I'll have a backup goalkeeper if he comes. Obviously, he wanted pretty high wage demand, so that does lead me to think, oh, maybe he'll be a decent player. But I guess only time will tell as we now check. So. Yeah, okay, so in terms of ability, he slots in quite nicely there. He's better than the existing goalkeeper, so that's something. And where is Åtvidabergs? This guy, oh god, he's not as good as he looked. He has the winger stats though. I'm saying that if I just highlight key attributes, he might not look like the greatest player, but if you look at winger stats and then on the left, he has okay winger stats. He doesn't need to have anything else because he is going to be playing in that final third. So, yeah. I suppose I should probably think about setting up the system come the next game. I'm not going to do press conferences because I'm a douchebag who doesn't talk to the press. Dedovic isn't interested because he's too happy at Skovbacken. Andresen's coming. That's not a bad signing, all things considering. He's a centre mid, and I do need some centre mids. So there is that. See, I'm looking at these players and kind of just weeping to myself inside, thinking, "Good God, what have I done?" I do also apologise. This has been a really slow episode, but it is kind of I am having to take things methodically, and you guys really are, I guess, getting a feel for exactly what I'm actually going through here. Okay, so I need to sort out the tactics now. I think I'm going to be lining up with a 4-3-3. Not dissimilar to what I've used in the past at other teams. I know it's a formation which I very, very regularly use, but it's worked for me so many times in the past that it just kind of makes sense to use it. and I kind of have faith in it to work. I feel as if we've got the players as well, which is kind of a big bonus. Obviously, the new goalkeeper coming in is going to be a big one, because our current goalkeeper is like the worst goalkeeper in the league by miles in terms of his, on paper, his stats. Molstam can play left back, which is a nice little kind of slot in there while our current left back's out injured. So he'll be making his debut today, Molstam. He's not been too bad either, so that's something, I suppose. We will play Moller up top. Christensen, you're not very good, are you, Christensen? I'm not sure why you're playing there. It's because I don't have any other right attacking mids. Thinking. My brain is like just ticking away inside, thinking about what I need to do here. I'm going to play Oslin at left wing. I know his stats don't look good, but as I said, I do think he could be a good player for us at winger attack. I'm going to be playing pretty attacking minded, I think, in terms of really trying to get some men up the field, and when we hit on the counter, get men behind the ball, but then do look to really push up the pitch and surge up very quickly. Why does my view get reset whenever I go off? It's annoying me. It's annoying. I'm probably doing something wrong and I'm just not realising because I'm concentrating so hard. See, I don't have enough centre mids. That's the other problem. I just don't have the centre mids to play this formation. Although, actually, got an idea here. Bit of a rejig. Bit of a players playing not where they've played this year, but it should come good for us, I think. You see, if I do that, obviously I'm sacrificing a bit in terms of my centre-back quality, but I am replacing it with some pretty strong players all round. I can finally have a 7th sub as well. Isn't that a lovely feeling to be able to say? I've always dreamed of having that 7th substitute, but it's always been so elusive to me. Okay, I need 2 defenders now for on the bench. Unfortunately, I've still not got enough depth to play with defenders on the bench, but we'll just roll with it. It's fine. We've got 1 defender on the bench. We have a few defenders outfield, kind of like elsewhere. So in that sense, we should be okay. Is that the strongest squad I can play? That's the next question. You're playing centre back, which isn't ideal. Again, he could play centre defensive. Oh, he can't play centre defensive mid, but he can play centre mid. If I go with that makes my defence a little bit more sure, I feel. You're left-footed. I'm going to play you at left centre back then. And you can play your right-footed. So that works out well. I think that'll work. But you're not really a playmaker. That's the next problem. Forsell can play there. So that's okay. You're a box-to-box now. That is not what I was thinking of playing you as, but it will do. Okay, numbers given to 4 players in the squad. So, as you can see, a few of the players who I have brought in now are going to be making an impact. Obviously, we've got Oslind at left attacking mid, who's a new player. Boki, who's already been playing for us. We've got Molstam and Blazovic, all new players, all hopefully going to make impacts. We are at home today, so it should be interesting to see how we get on against Sundsvall. They're a good team. It's going to be tough, but I have faith in my players. I believe you've got what it takes, guys. Same with you up front. Oh, okay, don't react well. I was lying anyway. You're going to do terribly. Okay, let's see how we get on here. I literally have no idea. We'll just go with the flow, and instantly we give away a free kick. Good job, team. Okay, sipping my water nervously as they have a corner, and they've got a penalty. Well, that's a great start. Well done, lads. Well done. 25% possession after 10 minutes at home. Not what I had in mind. I'm looking forward to getting our players back from injury, put it that way, but this is the kind of game which we can't afford to lose, and giving away penalties is just, well, shooting ourselves in the foot, quite frankly. Not what I wanted to see and not what I had in mind, put it that way. Although we've got a chance here. Moller, please bury this. You've missed like the last... Oh, he's missed another chance. He's fucking useless. I'm going to have to sub that Moller guy off. He's actually... Like, he missed 2 key chances last game and he's missed another today. I feel like crying. Why can I see, like, us getting a sending off? I've just got this image in my head of a player getting sent off for us just to make me cry more. We've got to defend this now. Look, they've broken us down far too easily. Absolutely pathetic. Oh. This is not good. I'm going to change it up now. I don't know why I'm playing counter at home because it's not the way to go. I'll tell you what, guys. Let's completely change our game. Let's go attacking and let's throw some men up. And we're not going to play offsides. And we are going to play the counter-attack. And we're going to hoof the ball up. Let's try that. Target man, Moller. You get the ball, my son, and you win it for us in the air. And please score one. That's all I'm asking, really. And they... Oh, okay, I was about to say. And they've scored again. Yeah. And maybe we can hit them on the counter. I doubt it, though. I think the free kick was the chance. Wait, is a miracle going to happen? Are we going to score? No. False alarm. Now they're going to hit us on the counter and score. Get the ball out. Good header. See, the problem with the squad is the defence, and I haven't got time to gel them. Blaze is having a debut to forget. Oh, you see, this is the problem. The defence, look, you can see them there. They're just a complete shambles. They're about as organised as a pack of penguins, and that's not very organised. May I tell you, that is poor. Excuse me. I'm. Maybe it'd be a better fate for me to cough myself to death than bear witness to this. That's been absolutely crap. Let's show the world what this team is all about, shall we? Yeah, react well. Yeah, that's what I thought. Right. There's a lot to come from you. I believe you have what it takes. Let's make the comeback of a lifetime, guys. Come on, gang. Feel like I'm doing a Rafa Benitez at Istanbul. Right, let's change our game. Let's change our game. They're getting too much space in the centre, so what we're going to do is... Oh, God. I'm thinking about how to change this now. No. Lagos, go to... Right. This is how we're lining up, men. We are going to attack, 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 attack. That is what we're going to do. And you know why? Because we are... I can't say the name still. I still can't say the name. Okay, inside forwards. We're going to just chuck men up and hit them as much as we can on the break. You can't play there at all. Sorry, I'm like considering how to jiggle around this team, guys. I hope you understand. Let's go with that. In fact, let's play wing backs. Why not try out wing backs? Because we've got literally nothing to lose from this game now. That's the kind of the way I'm seeing it, you know. Might as well just get the ball up and see what we can do. Let's just go attack. Screw it. Let's just throw some men up and see what we can do. I can't throw too many up because there's going to be too much space in the centre without a centre mid. We'll go with that. We've got 45 minutes to change our season. Let's see what we can do. We're probably now going to concede instantly, but... I mean, it doesn't matter how many players I put at the back, we're going to concede. Good win, my son. Now let's work this up. Direct play. Let's use our physical stats, because we are a team of fairly fast players. Nope, we're going to give away the ball and get hit on the counter. Well played, lads. I'm going to check. We're playing too high a line. We're probably going to concede from the corner. It's going to be too late, but let's go with that. Don't concede. There we go. Get it out. We're still in this. Not really, but we'll go with it. Really just got to throw the dice and just throw men up now, which is it's a silly situation to be in, but it is literally going to be park football in the sense we'll sit 5 at the back who don't run around a lot and then just kick the ball up. And they've scored, well, 4-0 down to Sundsvall, or Sundsvall away, at home even, is just embarrassing. It's just dawned on me that our kit looks like the France kit. I'm going to blame it on that. It looks like the old France 98 kit. I'm trying to take positives from it, and that's about as positive as it gets. You've got to wonder what would have happened if Moller had taken that chance really early on at, I can't remember what the scoreline was, if it was 0-0 or 1-0, but he missed it, and it's changed the dynamic of the game. We need our striker back really soon. I'm concerned here I might get sacked already, because this is poor. Oh, God. I've not been sacked on FM in a very long time. I don't know how long it will be. It is a while. I know that much. Wait, what players have I got on here? I've forgotten what players I brought on, and my brain's just not working anymore. Andresen's a centre attacking midfield. So I don't even know. Let's just chuck that. Such poor play. It's absolutely shocking. I don't know what to change either, because I'm in a situation where I can't bring in. I thought loads of money. Not loads of money, but enough to bring in a few free players. But the club's reputation is so limiting on the players I can bring in, and we're just defending like as I've said, a pack of penguins. I don't know what a group of penguins is called, so I'm going to call it a pack, but that's probably not the right term. They're just knocking at our door. I didn't want to stay at Skovbacken because of the money, so when that ultimatum came... I can't even get the word out. Ultimatum? Is it ultimatum or... ultimatum. See, I knew what I meant. Ultimatum. When that came in, I decided to resign just because I didn't think I was going to go anywhere with Skovbacken for the money, and it was kind of an easy way out without getting sacked. And then I saw this job, obviously, which was the job I had applied for, and it looked like it might be possible. Like, I thought the squad depth was the problem, but having got here... there's no organisation. I've not got very long to turn this around. It's going to be a tough last 9 games for us to try and get anything from this, because we're being absolutely ripped to shreds at home here. Is that 6-0? I don't think I've lost by this many since I started YouTube in 5 months. It's not good. It's not good at all. They've outplayed us. Look at us. We're just it's hard to take. I just hope these replays stop. I really do hope they stop now for the rest of the game. So I don't want to do another team meeting as well, because I did one really recently. But the morale is totally shot in the squad, and there's not long to turn it around. That's the thing. 10 games at Beijing IT. I came in 10 games into the season of 30. Here I've come in with 10 games left of 30. I thought it might be a similar kind of job, but it's not. Look at it. We're 12 points behind the team above us now. They have played an extra game, but at the same time, we're going to need a near miracle. And our next game is against the team who are near the top of the table. They're second, so that's always a good sign. I mean, isn't it just? I'm well looking forward to that. So poor. How did I set up for that game? I'm wondering if I should play like a 4. I'm going to play on the counter. I said I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to have to, just because I haven't got any options. If I play a 4-1-4-1 with 2 wingers. Who's this in? This is one of the strikers I was looking at. It's a striker, I suppose. It's one who might be able to finish the ball. Is he going to be interesting? He's got no intention of joining us. No intention. No intention. No intention. No one has any intention of joining us. They're not in it for I don't even know what they're in it for. In it for something. I don't even know. They've got their biggest ever win. New record in the league. I think that's not right, because I added this division in fairly recently. the Swedish one. I think I added it after I left Chivas. But oh dearie me. Okay, so we've got Andresen, who gives us a little bit more on the attacking third, and we have this guy he's not great, but he's a striker at the end of the day, and we need just players for the bench. And he can probably warm it up a little bit. So there's that. I don't know. Should I go with a 4-4-1-1 or a... See, I kind of have the anchor. It's one of the problem with FM is okay, and I'll explain my problem here. I have a really good, well, not a really good anchorman, but an anchorman in Carlson who's not so bad, and I have quite a few kind of central attacking mid options. The problem I have is that in playing a central attacking mid, I leave a big gap in the centre. So unless I was to go with something like this, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I'm going to try Zubi on right wing, I think. You're really getting into my mindset here, although to be honest, like, I'm surprised I haven't encountered this situation sooner. Like, obviously I've been doing this challenge for quite a while now. It's not like it's a recent thing, and I've not gone to a club yet. So, like, I haven't encountered this problem of just being unable to do anything, kind of thing. Like, I almost feel quite kind of helpless at the team in the sense that I don't feel like anything I do is working or will work. But I want to stick with it because I do feel like this club has potential. I mean, if I show you the finances, they're really good financially. Like, they're in a very kind of good, stable state. Whether that would carry on if we were to go down a league is yet to be seen. But, you know, the basis is there for a team that could grow in the future, and I kind of want to see that happen. I need to find a centre mid. What players have I got on the ins? I need to remind myself. We're on the contract stage with this guy. Is he another striker? He is another striker. So potentially another forward there to add to our kind of threat. Although we seem to have loads of forwards and none of them can do anything. So who knows? Position. Can play centre mid. Creativity and passing maybe? I think that's what I'll go with. Creativity and passing 10. What have we got? Nothing. What about if I remove that and then put based in Sweden on? Anyone for any more? Oh God, I do not want to take him. I'm desperate, but I'm not that desperate just yet. He looks like he could be an okay player, but I don't think he'd come. We'll advance a few days, I suppose. I'm really trying to bring in some quantity at this time. I'm hoping this guy's going to be half decent. I've brought in a few half decent players, but I just don't know if they're going to make an impact because I still don't know what shape to set up with. This guy doesn't look that bad. Like, he looks like he might have something to offer in terms of his pace, and he's quite aerially good, which could make him a good kind of lone forward target man with someone sat just behind him. Look at all these people who have no intention of joining us. A lot of the teams around us are professional teams as well. We are a semi-pro team, so there is kind of we have to remember that we're not the biggest team. We're not the biggest fish in the ocean. We are a small Swedish side. Got to be brutally realistic. I'm actually surprised at the players they've got in. Moller's committed his future, which is good. Liverpool and Everton have been drawn together in the Capital One Cup, everyone, in 2021, for anyone who wants to put a bet on something to happen in the future. Oh dear. Oh dear. Whose idea was it to come here? Whose idea was it? Where are you? You're in the First Division North. Like, this guy is like 2 leagues below us and he has no intention of joining us. I might as well put a bid in on him. I mean, my scout's saying he's not going to be interested, but who knows? Take a stab on him. Maybe get lucky. Who knows? I don't know how many times I've said who knows. I've probably repeated myself so much this episode. It's like deep dark thinky mode. Someone who'd have interest in joining us. Oh, he has half-star ability. Oh, that's funny. I'm there like, oh yes, he says he's interested. Oh wait. They want 35k for him. I think I can accept that. I'm surprised no one wants to come to me because of my stature as like the manager, because of the Champions Leagues I've won. And I've got a risk here that by kind of struggling in Europe as I am, my reputation's going to drop, and I might have to go to South Africa and win the South African Champions League if it continues. That's the other thing to kind of think about. I do think this club certainly has grounds to grow, though. That's the thing that's kind of frustrating me here, is that this team does, like, obviously it's a small team, and I'm probably not gonna stay up, but it, like, the finances are there, the stadium's half decent. It's kind of there's some kind of footing there. Finally, someone who might come. This guy's a very good player as well. Like, considering his age and stuff. You'd be a key centre mid for me, sir, and I'm desperate to have you, so please come. I know you're 33, and your birthday's fairly soon. We'll get you a cake and everything. We'll go with that and see if he accepts. I think he might... Oh, okay. Okay, what have we got to work with here? How about... See, I'm doing the wage trick here where I give him a long contract, but less money. There we go, see? Just about halved his wage request. He wanted £1,200, $750 in a 3-year deal. I know he's old and it's a bit of a risk, but it's a calculated one. Transfer window ends in a day as well, so I am going to probably spend like the dying seconds of this episode just hunting for raw talent potential players who I might be able to grab in. Again, it's about trying to find some players who might come to us, and, well, it's not looking likely. Another player who wouldn't be bad is this guy. I've brought in quite a lot of attacking players. I need to check the overall squad depth, like just to refresh my memory as to what kind of situation we're in. Let me remove those young players now. Well, a few of them are on the bench. If I remove the ones that aren't on the bench, what are we left with in terms of as a team? 3 goalkeepers, which isn't too bad. You can go back to the reserves, actually. Now I look at it. A little bit more depth in the defence. A lot of attacking midfielders. It's really the centre mid area where I just need to get a player in. But I've got 1 player potentially coming, maybe even 2 if I can get this Gustafsson guy in, who'd be a good little signing for us, I feel. I'm looking for really some playmakers, and it's tough to find playmakers, unfortunately. So as I'm finding out the very hard way. You're from Armenia. What league do your team play in? The Premier Division. Well, that's brilliant. Mind you, you're one of our relegation rivals. How good's he been for them? How good have you been for them? Not great, but who knows? See, he doesn't have that bad of a stats on the face of it. But then I've said that about so many players, and they've come and been absolutely terrible. I'll tell you what, we'll do this game. We'll see what we're left with. Kind of end of the season scenario, and then I can go from there. I haven't got a centre attacking mid available at the moment, but obviously I've got a few players coming in, so my thinking behind it is that hopefully once we get a few centre attacking mids in, we'll have the coverage in that area of the park to not have to worry about it. Our left back's coming back to fitness as well, which is kind of nice to see, because it would be nice to have one of our first choice left backs back. Obviously, I have added quite a lot of strength to the defence. I'll give a quick review, obviously, of the players that have come and stuff at the end of this episode, and we'll see how we get on. Passionate. Come on, lad. Show everyone what you can do. You look switched off. Brilliant. Calm. I think there's a lot to come from you, and I believe you have what it takes. Same for you, midfield. Same for you, attack. No one reacting well. It's really hard because the players' morales are so bad. Obviously, I'm the new manager, so there's a lack of kind of respect in the team. And we're playing against Kalmar here. What place are Kalmar? This could be a big game. Oh no, they're second in the league. So, well, another tough game for us. Obviously, it's not been the easiest first 3 fixtures in the world. And they've scored after 8 minutes. Brilliant. Not looking good for us again, I'm afraid. Obviously, changing the shape here, hoping to go a little bit more defensively, kind of stable, but it's not worked for us early on. As they grab a goal there through Bomb. I've not been relegated on FM13, I don't think. That's another record I'd rather not have. Alas, it may well be the case, unfortunately. Regrettably, this might be the end of that clean sheet. It was a good first half. Let's have more of that. Unlucky boy. See, if you use the unlucky thing, it seems to work really well on FM13. I have no idea why, but it's kind of my go-to team talk. It's like, oh, we're losing 1-0 at half-time. Unlucky boys. And everyone reacts amazingly and they like clap their hands, really amused. Looking at the stats, we're still in contention with this game, but we're going to have to defend this set piece early on. I've gone back to the counter-attack style, I believe. Have I gone back or have I gone... Yeah, back to the counter-attack style. Get men behind the ball. Obviously, they're a big side. And it worked okay against AIK. Obviously, we did lose that game. But at the same time, it wasn't too bad. And for some reason, we're now watching the full game. I've had that happen to me a few times. And I remember someone explained why it happened. But have I just given away a penalty? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, yeah. This team has the disciplinary stuff of a goldfish. I don't even know anymore. How can we be this bad? How? How can a team give away 2 penalties in 3 games and then concede 6 goals in the game where we didn't concede a penalty? It baffles me. Like, genuinely, I am mind fucked. But how that is even possible? Ugh. Dear. And we lose the game as well, 2-0. I'm going to tell them they were unlucky, though. You're unlucky, boy. See? All happy campers still. We're still only 13 points away from the teams outside the relegation zone, but at the same time, the transfer window's shutting tomorrow. And I'm still not happy with the squad. Obviously, a few injuries coming back, which are going to be big for us, and perhaps really kind of help shape our team, which will be good. But at the same time, it's kind of this situation where I don't know, I feel as if it's a losing battle I'm fighting. I mean, if I can get a few more players in, I might have a chance. But I just, as you can see here, I just can't attract anyone who's going to make a real impact because of the situation that we're in. Yeah, first world problems in Sweden. Not being able to find the players that you want. This guy doesn't look too bad. Take a punt on him. There's so many players I've taken punts on and they've not come off. But at the same time, I'm kind of at a situation now where there's a day left of the transfer window. I just need to get in anyone I can get in. If someone comes out absolutely amazingly, good for them. You're not interested. Well, that's brilliant. Can someone tell me if you've ever managed in Sweden up until this point? Who's like watched to this point? If you've ever managed in Sweden, have you had a real problem kind of attracting players? Because it seems to be a serious issue here at the moment. I can't find anyone who's kind of remotely interested in joining the team. I kind of feel like Harry Redknapp, but without the money. It's kind of that scenario whereby I could probably bring in any player I wanted if I wanted to, but I can't. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put the league set to Swedish non-league and see who comes up. Who knows? Maybe there will be a player in the Swedish non-league who wants to come to us who's some kind of hidden gem, who's going to kind of come out and break the ice and save the side like in a fairy tale. I mean, fairy tales never come true in FM. I've learnt that the hard way, but I can hope. This guy, you're fairly athletic. You see, I've signed a lot of strikers, but this guy looks okay. Let's get a scout report on you, sir. I'm just wondering how many of these players are going to be realistically able and willing to come to the team. So, there's no harm in putting in bids there. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm in a situation whereby I just need to throw money at people and hope that they're willing to come. And yet we'll take it from there if they are willing to come, kind of thing. So obviously we've got this Lundstrom guy coming who's not too bad. But he needs a rest, so that's a little bit of a worry, potentially, that he's just absolutely knackered. So there's some half-decent players here. It's just a case of, will they come to me? That's the real issue, I suppose. This guy doesn't look too bad as a forward. He's 19 as well. Bit of a youth prospect. His value is very high for his age, so I'm going to put in a cheeky little bid for him and see how good he is, if he will come to the team, kind of thing. Is there any positions where I just don't have the cover? That's the other thing that I need to think about. 2 right backs, 2 left backs, centre backs, another right back. These guys can play centre back as well, so that works. It's the centre mid area. The attacking players are there for sure, and the kind of midfielders. It's just a case of kind of bringing some players. Robin Kallstrom, see, he's not terrible at the end of the day. He's a reasonable player. It's just a case of how much does he want. We'll offer him a rotation deal on, how old is he? He's only 27. I say only 27. It's not too bad. I hope he won't want massive wages, but we'll soon find out. Okay, he wanted massive wages to come. I wasn't going to pay him too much. They want to negotiate on Shabba. How about that, dear sirs? That seems like a fair deal to me. He looks okay. He looks like he could be a half-decent player. It's just a case of, again, will he be interested? This guy looks okay though. Like, he's a young player. He went to them for 70k. So if I could get him for less than that, that would be not a bad bit of business. He's also a youth prospect in the youth side in Sweden, so potentially a half decent player there. Just going to check the youth team actually to see if there's anyone. Again, these players who were contracted to some of the top teams in the league, and I just really can't attract them. I can't get anyone in. It's really frustrating actually to be in this situation. Like, I don't know how many people who are going to have enjoyed this video. We'll take part in transfer deadline day, of course, because we need to get some players in. Did I make a bid for this guy and he rejected it? How much are they offering for him? They've offered 60. Let's offer 62 and see what they do. No, we'll offer 65 and see if they accept. The offer's been accepted on that youngster. He's not interested. Shabba, offer contract. First team, long deal. I'm offering you decent money here, sir. You better take me up on this offer. Good man. So that's another potential centre mid in. So potentially a few players coming in. You're not interested. That does not surprise me somehow. Shabba's set to sign, which is good. Is this one of our players? It is. It's one of our stronger players as well. Offer new contract. How about rotation? Oh, actually no, we'll go first team. See, I'm using up a lot of the wage budget now. I didn't think I was. I'm going to have to check that in a second, how much I'm using. Oh, there's still £7,000 left. I don't know why I can only offer players £500 a week. We signed Shabba, which is good. Whole meeting. Start training. Let's see if there's anyone transfer status wise who's going to be big for us. Upgrade use facilities. I don't want to ask in case we go down. Well, because when we go down, it could be a problem. Mete, you should be a backup player apparently. I don't think he's that bad. Okay, so what do we have now? We have Shabba here, who's a really decent centre mid who comes in. Patel's now back from injury, so he slots in there. Our team's slowly looking a little bit stronger. A little bit by little bit, it's kind of it's falling into place. You feel, at least, or at least that's how I feel. This guy's now come, who's Lundstrom, so that's another good kind of more attackingly minded. A few more attackingly minded players come in, which is important for us. This guy's quite a nice little centre mid. I think he'll be a little good. He wants to be a deep line playmaker, which kind of suits my system. So that's good. I'm just thinking about how best to play this now. Given that the players that I've got in, I wonder if I should set up with a 4-1-2-1-2. What are Shabba's stats like? Shabba's not too bad at a play. He's not as good as the other guy. Again, it's just about adding depth as much as anything. Like, there's going to be quite a lot of rotation going on as well, so I'm not too really worried yet. I might get worried soon if we still can't bring in players, but at the moment I'm fairly calm about it all. I think I might use a throwback formation actually and go with this. And this formation, if you don't recognise it, if you're a really loyal fan to the series, you may remember it. It's actually the formation that I used with Justice FC. I might have to see if I can find the old tactic file for that save actually, because it did actually work okay given the players we had, and I kind of feel like this could work for us, this team. Muller's not the best defensive player, but he's not a bad left mid. I'm kind of excited to play a game with this. Obviously, it's probably going to result in it all going tits up. Defence is still the area to strengthen if I can. Now, just giving off the players that I've managed to bring in. I mean, we brought in some decent faces, that's got to be said. Quite a lot of decent strikers, decent midfield now. The squad's looking stronger than it did, certainly. And I've told the press I still have money to spend, so maybe it's being expected that I'm going to spend it. A bit disappointed I couldn't get that guy in. Didn't even realise he was on loan actually until I just checked then. You look okay if I could get you in. I mean, a lot of this is just taking punts on players. There seems to be a lot of kind of African players playing in this slower league who perhaps are a little bit underrated, so I'm going to just pick up scout reports on them and just see if any are kind of standout players. Wow, you look like deformed. Brutally put, Jack. No, I don't know what else to do here. I'm just going to see if there's any new players on the realistic transfers bit. There isn't. I don't think there's going to be many more transfers to come in, to be honest. I will do a quick rundown of the transfers. Before I forget, guys, because I'm doing this is really a long episode. I don't even know how long this has been. I think it's been like an hour. Well, it must have been more than an hour, maybe closer to 2 hours. If you could write, I always tell you to write something, don't I? Write your favourite drink, just like write Coca-Cola. Leave that in your regular comment or whatever comment you decide to make, because I am kind of always curious, especially with these longer videos, because I know people like the video but very often they go off, and whilst I do understand that, it's nice to know that at least one person has watched the video until the end, be that with them skipping forward through time in order to do so. Like, I don't know, there's something about knowing that people are watching the videos that makes it that little bit more kind of motivating, I suppose. That's the word I'm looking for. Let me put based in Sweden back on. Still on the hunt for any potential players. You're not too bad stat-wise. You could be a half-decent centre back, and then I could maybe push one of these guys into the anchor man position. Tough Decision in a Town Called Malice. That is what this is. I love that song. If you can name the artist that song's by as well, A Town Called Malice. It was on, I think it was on like FIFA 04 actually. I have a thing about that game and its soundtrack. It was definitely the best FIFA for soundtracks. At least in my eyes, that is. And I know someone's going to beg to differ. So let me make that clear. In my humble and probably absolutely incorrect opinion, I think it was the best song. I do. Haters gonna hate that song, but I loved it, and I don't even know what I'm on about here. This video kind of feels like a live stream in a sense, in this kind of always being entertaining, but it's without the live kind of interaction. And I really wish I could stream, because that really is the best bit about it, like kind of the fact you can just talk to people live about what you're doing, and you could be telling me exactly what I should be doing on this save. He was the biggest deal of the transfer window apparently, for 60k. Wow, that is big deals going on in the market right there. I think he'll thrive on it. 5 hours until the transfer window closes, folks. If you want to get in your last minute transfers, they need to be done now. Okay, my scouts still haven't found anyone. Oh dear. I think any good player who's realistic I've signed already. I've kind of already milked that for what it's worth. Just have one last look. See if there's any players I missed who I might still be able to grab. And snatch. You don't snatch people, by the way, guys. That's bad. You'll get locked up. Happened to me once. Wait, what the hell am I saying now? I don't even know. I've actually gone crazy. From searching here, I commend you, sirs, for putting up with me ramble to myself like a deranged man for this long. It's commendable. It really is. Okay, we're in a far too low a division now. These guys are just... Oh, God. What a haircut. That is insane. Look at it. That is like... He's well photogenic. He is well photogenic in it. Yeah. Transfer listed by request. How much do they want? 12k from him. If I could grab this guy, he wouldn't be too bad a signing as a last kind of gasp deal. He isn't interested. See, teams 3 divisions below me are not interested. I don't know if my reputation's glitched or what, but that doesn't seem right to me. Okay, I think that's our transfer window just about done, to be honest, guys. There really is not a lot more I can do, because there just isn't any more players who I can bring in. Yeah, 1 hour left. Nothing left. Boom. Guys, I'm going to cut off this episode here. I appreciate it if you have watched until this point. Obviously, very slow paced, because I am trying to save a team from pretty much catastrophic failure and relegation. It's pretty much mission impossible. Episode 50, 52 and 53 will be September and October. They will be far more faster paced, I kind of promise you that. Obviously, with me having to first come to this club, sort out tactics, do the transfers, all that jazz, it's meant that I have been kind of preoccupied with strengthening the squad as best as possible. So I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it if you've watched until this point. Obviously, massive thank you for 50 episodes. This was kind of a late thank you, I suppose, in the sense it's episode 51 rather than 50. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Remember to leave a comment with your favourite drink, be that a fizzy drink, alcoholic, I don't care, let me know. And other than that, guys, I thank you. Slow episode, I know. I'm kind of a bit frustrated by the progress I've made, but I don't know, guys. Thank you as always. It's me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.